Having done these sectors, we have to look at examples of each and every sector. For instance, you look at primary, where you are having the activities that are involved in the extraction of raw materials, natural resources from land and from the sea. Hence, we call these as the natural resources. All these agricultural products like rice, fish, wool, corn, they are under what are called primary sector. So, an example of these primary sector activities, they include fishing, farming, forestry, and sometimes mining. And then we have to go and secondary sector, where we looked at the refining, manufacturing, and construction. But we have to define that those business sectors as activities of which you use those natural resources that are being produced from primary, and then you are using them in the context of the primary sector. Now, these examples are like food carrying, furniture making, car manufacturing, house building. Those are secondary sectors. In other words, secondary sectors, what we already looked at, they are those fields that process and manufacture goods from the natural resources. Lastly, what we actually saw was the tertiary, where we look at activities involving provision of services to the final consumer. So we have to look at final consumer businesses. So examples include shops, restaurants, bars, cinemas, and airlines. Those are part of what are called the tertiary sector. I still remember that time we had went up to types of economy, where we had to look at mixed economy, private, public sectors, all those that we have already looked at. But today, we are looking at something different, and this is what is known as an enterprise. Remember that when we started this topic of enterprise, we had to look at the factors of production. And these factors of production, we had to look at 4 of them: land, labor, capital, and enterprise as factors of production. So these 4 factors, we saw at each one of them and their importance. We have to look at land. It's where now we have all the natural resources, where they are renewable and non-renewable. We have to discuss about labor, where we talked about whether skilled and unskilled labor. And capital, as anything that you are starting the business with, it can either be machinery, it can either be a financial kind. So, and again, we have what the enterprise, as the activity, the business activity itself, that involves land, labor, capital, is now the enterprise. That, all this, when we look at this, we came up with one thing, that you, now who is dealing with this, now you become what is called an entrepreneur. Now let's look at it, who is this entrepreneur? If we look at this entrepreneur, it can either be a family member or it can be an individual. If you want to start business, or it can be yourself with your friends. In other words, most times when you are starting small businesses, you consider yourself being an entrepreneur because you are carrying out enterprise. The fact that you are taking this enterprise In other words, these entrepreneurs, they play a very important role in boosting the economy of the country. Because out of the entrepreneurs, economy again is being boosted in one way or the other. Therefore, today we are looking much on these enterprise veterans and entrepreneurs. It's where we are going to stick much. Enterprise, veterans, and entrepreneurs. The most important objective of one in starting business, apart from surviving, it is growth. Growth is said to be one of the most important aspects that a business to effectively done. Therefore, there must be growth. Now, when you say that my business is growing, there are several evidences that you look at. You look at the capital. If your capital is increasing, it means it's growing. You look at the output that you are producing. The more output, it means it's growing. Again, you can look at resources, the assets that you have in your organization or in your business. If you are using now more resources, you say that the business is growing. Because in most times, we are tempted just to say that because we say the business is growing and you think only the capital. It's not like that. There are several entities. You look at the monetary form, you look at the resources, you look at the deployment of HR, the human resource. The more the human resource you have in your organization, it means that everything is growing. Therefore, growth is said to be one of the most important objectives of business. We are training you to be business people. We know nowadays work is scarce. You cannot find work. At least if you have 10 work somewhere, you just have to thank God that I think, yeah, I have done it. But we are trying to at least train you to be good entrepreneurs, to have this knowledge of starting your own business. That's why there is this element of teaching you as entrepreneurs. It is our wish in several universities in Malawi, because if several universities have this mind of training students to become self-dependent or entrepreneurs, I think this issue of unemployment rate will have been resolved. But because most of these universities, we can train you, in the long run, you find that yourself, you are not utilizing what we have trained, then it becomes the opposite. Let's hope that the knowledge you gain from each and every university in business, you have to apply it in a real life situation. Now, let's look at an entrepreneur. Who is this entrepreneur? By definition, an entrepreneur is an individual who has an idea for starting a business and takes financial risk for starting and managing the new business. He has this element, he has an idea of business. And again, because that he has an idea of business, if the other side is taking risk. That's why in business, you have really two areas that have to be looked into. And the first one is retain, and the second one is risk. The higher the retain, because the risks are high. The lower the retain, the risks are low. That's why it is advisable that you shouldn't fear risk when you are starting any business. Each and every business has got its own risk. Regardless of what type of business. Even if someone is making millions and millions of prices, but still there are risks there. Therefore, an entrepreneur, being an individual, he needs to be a risk taker. Now, let's look to be an entrepreneur. For someone to be an entrepreneur, usually he needs to have an idea for the new business. Any entrepreneur needs to have an idea of the business that he or she wants to start. He or she needs to have the idea of how to prepare to invest his or her own savings. And again, has to accept risk or failure. He needs to have a decision. He has to be a decision maker. Therefore, all this will at least make this guy an entrepreneur to be a very successful entrepreneur. We have to see the definition of an entrepreneur. That he is an individual who has got an idea to take risks, and at the same time, financial risks for that matter, when managing or starting a business. Now, we know this. We have seen a lot of busy entrepreneurs. But now, let's look at characteristics of a successful entrepreneur. Let's look at characteristics of a successful entrepreneur. Entrepreneurs come in all shapes and styles. Either can be either young or male or female. What is? If you are old, does not qualify that someone you are just the only person who can be an entrepreneur. Even young ones, they can be entrepreneurs. But now, the fact that we are looking at this, they must have ideas, they must have attributes to be successful entrepreneurs. And that is what we are looking at today. We are 90% in these entrepreneurs. Regardless of whether they are male, whether they are female, but still they are entrepreneurs. So, entrepreneurs share similar characteristics. And some of these, a successful entrepreneur have what they call attributes. One of it is innovative. Innovative. A very good entrepreneur has to be innovative. In the sense that he has to develop, he has to have that one of good at thinking or at coming up with new ideas. Especially these new ideas for goods and services. He needs to have those new ways of developing or presenting already existing goods or services. Innovation. Someone who is innovative has got new knowledge about a particular product or service and can transform that into another form is innovative. Himself or herself. Therefore, this good entrepreneur, he has to have what are called the innovation. I give an example for the innovation. Sometimes, if he sees or she sees that things are turning upside down for his business, he has to come up with new ideas. That let me not take this route. Let me take another route. It means it's innovation. Is that his own? It's very creativity. They can create a new idea that becomes innovation. The second one, it is self-motivation or determination. Motivation is another factor for a very successful entrepreneur. You should be able to be self-motivated. You need to have that passion. You have to love your work. You have to be driven to keep things going. You have to have that sense of drive event on your own. You have to have that element of get difficult things done. You should not be scared, but be that guy who is motivated, self-motivated. Apart from self-motivated and determined, again, an entrepreneur has to be self-confident. What is this self-confidence? When you talk about self-confidence, it means that they must have strong belief in his or her own abilities and ideas. There are other times you find a person is not confident enough. How can you not have confidence and yet you want to face challenge? You have to be confident. I can do it. I will do it. Let me face it. That is one attribute of a successful entrepreneur. You have to develop that strong belief. Even if it goes the other way around, but I will do it. I will manage it. I will conquer it. I will achieve. I will do it. That becomes self-confidence. Then, we have seen the three of them. Another one is multi-skill. In this issue of multi-skill, a successful entrepreneur has to have ability to see an idea, or through he has to look at other understanding ideas of other functions like finance, operation, human resource, and marketing. He has to develop different skills. It's not only one area. Should be able to know the finance part. Should be able to know the operation part. Should be able to know marketing, because all these things, they have to be in the business that this guy would like to do. Multi-skilled. It might happen that maybe you are only good at finance, but the other side you are not good at. Then that's the other problem. How can you evaluate the other part if you see they are only good at one part? That's why there's a need to have to be multi-skilled. You need to develop the leadership qualities. So what are the leadership qualities? Leadership qualities are those qualities that have to do with the communication skills, that have to do with motivation, that have to do with decision making. Those are now leadership skills. We have several types of leadership attributes. We have got the autocratic, we have got the democratic, and we have got the legislative. These are leadership styles. So a very good entrepreneur, you have to know these leadership styles. At the same time, you have to know good communication skills. It's not only that sometimes the other time you communicate without following proper procedures. You have to know that how do you communicate. You have to know this is the basis for communication. The top-down approach, the bottom-up approach. All these approaches you have to know as an entrepreneur. An entrepreneur has to be initiative. Apart from good ideas, you have also to develop good plans and be able to achieve those plans through business objectives. That is what is called initiative. You have to have, these are my plans, and these are my objectives. How can I achieve them? How can I do them? When you are looking at these plans and these objectives, and you need to develop your objectives very, very well, then it becomes that you are an initiative. Initiative is very, very important, simply because when you are on that, you'll be able to have a plan that can be easily executed. So you can be easily executed and you can see the result. That becomes the aggressive initiative. You have to be result-driven. When you look at the result-driven, it means that you are focused on achieving results. A good entrepreneur, must have that focus on achieving results and make sure that the products are sold properly. Because whatever you are doing as an entrepreneur in business, you are targeting at sales. And because you are targeting at sales, so one of the things that we have looked at, it is result-driven. You have all these resources, all these assets. You have started your business. It's not the issue of you now staying home, but it's an issue of now evaluating, assessing, as the result being achieved. And then that's why result-oriented is coming in. As a good entrepreneur, you can't actually leave the room without mentioning about risk taking. A risk taker is someone who takes risks, is able to face challenges, is prepared to take any risk, and at the same time to conquer any problem about it that can make an organization fail, is able to conquer that. That is a risk taker. A risk taker can see something fail, but at the same time, it can develop a positive experience to be learning from. Another element for that, it is about another characteristic of a very good entrepreneur is about good at networking. When you are not good at networking, what do we mean? That this guy, being an entrepreneur, has to prepare to learn from others. He has to know how to communicate. He has to know how to win customers. It is not that good networking. Networking in terms of relationship with others, networking in terms of how he works, in terms of how he coordinates activities. So he has to know for networking. So this networking is again another element that this guy has to come in. That is the entrepreneur. Having looked at an entrepreneur, having looked at the enterprise itself, now let's look at that this entrepreneur now has to do something with the business plan. Business plan. Have we ever done business before? Can you do a business without a business plan? Then how do we define a business plan? Business plan is described as a detailed written document that outlines the purpose of an end of the business. Especially most times, this big and detailed one, it can persuade lenders or investors to finance a business proposals. Sometimes you are told to come up with a business plan. If you want to get money from banks, it is very obvious. Why do they do that? They want you to know if you are serious with your business. So sometimes you get money from them, you get funds from them, you get loans from them, and then you discover that you have not achieved what you want to achieve. It means the bank has lost, you have lost, or everything has flopped. That's why the bank would like to have this business plan to see if they are logically done. Therefore, any business plan has the following areas: the business itself, the part of the plan that includes the detail of the entrepreneur, the idea for the business, and information about skills and the expertise of managers who can be working within that. That is it. In other words, the business plan will contain itself. It has to look at parts of the whole detailed plan of business. Idea of business, objectives of business, aims of business, vision of the business. So in that it becomes now a business plan. Apart from that, a business plan contains business opportunity. Here is where you find information about the product and why the entrepreneur believes that customer can buy your product. Why do you think that they will buy? That becomes a business opportunity. In other words, where you are looking at business opportunities, when you're talking about business opportunities, you include in the area of what is called business research. So you need to use this market research. Market research is very important because here we are dealing with sales. You cannot do sales without market research. Market research will pay for you to know the product if your friends are doing the best, are selling the best product like yours. Again, the business plan contains the market itself. When you talk about the market, we are looking at the place where buying and selling is taking place. But here, in the context of the market, we are looking at the currency type, the potential for growth, and the product being competitors. When we are looking at this market, apart from that, we are looking at the potential for the growth. What comes our head about potential for the growth is the revenue. So revenue can be like the amount of money that you are earning for sales of the product. That becomes the revenue. So any business that you want to be done yourself, that has what you need to have a business plan. We want marketing as one of the elements in a business plan. A business plan has to describe the objectives of the business. We talk about objectives of the business. You are looking at what the business hopes to achieve. What it hopes to achieve right now. What will it achieve? And again, apart from what it offers to achieve, look at financial focus. When you talk about financial focus, we are looking at cash flows focus, projected sales, revenues, profits. For us, it's the first year of the trade. In that scenario, where you have financial focus, is where now we think of the revenue and then the profit. Then the area that we have looked at again is how business plans assist entrepreneurs. There are several areas in how business plans can assist entrepreneurs. One, they can assist through the information it contains. That can be that can persuade lenders, such as banks, investors, to provide finance to the business. So the information you give can make banks give you something. Look at the plan that gives the business a sense of purpose and direction. So there is that sense of business and direction. So to have a sense of business and direction, we are looking at the resources that you use that are required for business, such as finance, human capital, or skilled operators, etc., etc. And even how the goods and services can be marketed to consumers. That area, it is one way how this business plan can assist. Finally, business plan has an upper hand in the objectives and financial focus provided by the business itself. So it has to look at objectives. In other words, whatever you are doing in business is being measured by the business plan. Business plan will try to measure that, looking at the focus. The way you are focused, the way you are getting your results, the way you are getting your profit, the way you are doing, you are getting your return. The business plan will assist measure that. So you can see that these things entrepreneur has to, he needs to at least have a wide or a very good scope in the formulation of a business plan. If he can't come up with a business plan, then he is not a very good entrepreneur. He's another person than the other. In other words, he's not having a sound knowledge in starting business. Therefore, an entrepreneur needs to know how to develop a business plan. It is very, very useful that before you engage yourself to be an entrepreneur, why can't you have a business plan? Because this business plan can work very, very well. You are asking an executive yourself. That's why you should be able to come up with the objective, the goals, the purpose. You are an executive person. So you need to have that knowledge of setting your objectives, goals, etc. Here's the last area that we are looking at today. Let's look at it. Why and how government supports business startup. Why and how government supports business startup. You know, we have got small businesses that are important for most economies. That's why we have got what I call small and medium enterprise. Where they are numerous worldwide. On now, about 99% of these businesses are small and medium, which are the SMEs. And of course, these small SMEs, they do employ people less than 200. Sometimes they are referred to as their micro businesses, where fewer people, less than 10, are being employed, and they are found everywhere. So the question of why and how government supports business startup, we are looking at it that government in most times is keen to encourage new startup businesses because of benefits and because of sometimes to bring economy to the country. That's why the exact stage where government is at least has a positive hand in starting up businesses. So you see that for government to do that, government is doing that, aiming that people they have to get jobs. In other words, government is encouraging people to start their own businesses for the purpose of job creation. Although we are looking at these just small fields, but we discover that the small fields, this fact that they are small fields, the small fields are able to entertain workers well. A country like Malawi, you know, if all you graduates, you are trained to start your own work, we will have said our economy is going to go, it's going to be hard. Sometimes we tend to artists in digress, saying, no, our economy is bad, our leaders are not doing well. But that just says, it's not leaders. It is you and myself who is pulling everything down. We are supposed to at least make the country be self-sustained simply because we are part of the country. So this is not one man's way of doing it. It is a collective issue that you and myself, the whole nation, we have to create jobs by at least forming our own businesses. Assuming you have got a business, you have got 10 people. Someone starts a business has got 50 people. You will discover that there is job creation. People will not start. But just because we don't have that potential, that's why our country is not even going anywhere. Simply because we have no knowledge of starting business. Another way how and why government start business startup, apart from job creation, entrepreneurs who start up new businesses, they bring new ideas for In other words, when they are increasing the products available, it is one way of giving a greater consumer's choice on the market. They are trying to create consumer's choice on the market. They are trying to sort out this issue. That's why you find that someone is coming up with an idea of coming up with goods and services to increase the variety of products. So as this variety of products, they are numerous on the market. They are numerous on the market. More businesses there are in the marketplace, the greater the competition. So competition becomes in as a result of lowering the price. The moment you lower the price, it means that you are beating your competitors. You find that you have got there are several businesses. Find that there are several businesses. Business A, business B, business C. But just because you are getting yourself in those, then it becomes a problem. You think that you cannot go into that. You shouldn't be afraid. You have to face the reality. Lastly, small businesses often provide specialists with goods and services to consumers which are large businesses. Therefore, it is the responsibility of the government to provide financial and other support to new start-up businesses. How does government do that? One, government will try as much as possible to provide grants, loans, free interest, or lower interest loans. Again, government will try to do that by lower taxation rates on profits. Rate-free credits that can be done by government over a period of time, and free or subsidized training for workers and other information and advice supporting from specialist agencies. So you can see that government does a very good job, especially in terms of supporting business startup. So today we have seen these areas, like aspects we have seen this entrepreneur himself and the characteristics of this successful entrepreneur, of which it has taken us that this entrepreneur has to look into business plan. So the fact that he has looked into business plan, we are saying that against this business plan, the investors can look into that. So now we are saying that sometimes again, government can aid in businesses in several ways. So the fact that we are saying that government can aid in business in several ways is where now it has taken us that again, there is a need for government to support startup businesses. I think this marks the end for today's discussion on entrepreneurship business plan and why and how government support business startup. Next week when we meet, we'll look at something different, and that will be in line with measuring the size of businesses, and then we'll see what are the factors that can affect businesses to grow. And those entities, what we will be looking at next week. But this time around, let's stop with it. Hopefully that the lesson has been very effective, has been understood. Provided that every time when we are doing this, we are encouraging you to form business, and at the same time, you are creating job opportunities, which means you are solving the problem of economy. At the same time, you are making your nation to be a very proud nation, rather than just pointing the finger or the servant. So let's let's form our own company organization. Let's form our own business. How small those businesses are, they add value to the nation. For today, let's stop there. Thank you very much for your attention. Thank you very much for taking much of your time. I appreciate that you have been listening to the lecture. The board bless us all. Thank you.